Hey guys, welcome back to Blog of Beck. So excited to be back. It has been 2 weeks since my last video, and so there will be another video in the next 2 weeks. I've been filming in advance. I'm so proud of myself. So it's that special time of year when you might need to ask somebody, will you be my Valentine? So I don't know how you are. Maybe you're a little bit last minute and you need to throw something really special, throw it together really quick. And I have totally got you this time. So the title of our episode is You Are a Gem. You'll notice that the box is not lit up this time because classic clumsy me, I tripped on the cord and broke it, so I had to get batteries, and then I proceeded to then step on it. So hopefully it's a little dented, but hopefully it still works once I get these ginormous batteries where I'm not even sure where to get them. But anyway, usually me getting kind of sidetracked, but here's the tutorial I'm going to be showing you today, how to make this really pretty card that says You Are a Gem. And it's got some gem paper on it. It's really pretty, so I'm going to show you how to make that pretty fast. I'm going to be kind of using some of the stuff I talked about in my last video, which was an embossing tutorial, but I'll kind of go over it again this time. I also want to show you some other things I've been working on. This is a really busy time for me because a lot of people are ordering custom illustrations for their loved ones for Valentine's Day. It's so cool. It's so interesting too. Like, I always ask people to kind of give some details about themselves and their couple and things I can kind of include in the illustration and make it more personal. And I've been learning some really cool stories lately that I'm really excited about. Here's the one I'm working on right now, Lacy and Thinnest. I know it doesn't look like much, but you can kind of see my process right now. This is tracing paper, which I'm then going to copy onto the paper behind it, and then I'm going to paint it. And so I've been really getting into this tracing paper method, which I'll maybe do a video on. And so this is after almost 10 pieces of tracing paper, trying to figure out exactly the composition I want. I'm pretty happy with this, so now I can move into the next stage. I've got 2 or 3 other illustrations I've got to do. I've also been doing a lot of illustration and design in my program. I think I'm going to be talking about those more in another video, kind of going through, I've been doing some narrative and children's book illustrations and show how that all worked out later. Yeah, I've also got some Valentine's cards in my shop if you would like to go get some. I had postcards before. I've now actually got greeting cards, which are really nice. So this one says, "Baby, you're like lightning in a bottle," which is from a Born song that I really like. And on the back it says, "Proud product of Beck Design," so support a local business, you know how it is. But if you don't have enough time to do my tutorial and you don't have enough time to order a card, I have still got you covered. I am going to be putting up this print, which says, "I have a Monstera love for you." And a Monstera is just a really big leaf, which is the leaf that I have drawn here. So I'm going to be putting this up on my website. The link is going to be here, and you can just download it and print it from home, fold it, and then give it to your loved one. So if you're in a real bind, I've still got you covered. Let's move into our tutorial. So I will meet you in the other room. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the card. So first we're going to start with a plain card. It can be any color cardstock, and I got this really pretty paper that has shimmery gems on it already. You can probably find a similar paper in the scrapbook aisle of your Michaels or wherever you get paper from. If not, you can always draw some gems, make any sort of little illustration. So I'm just going to take my pretty paper, put some glue on it after I measured it just to make sure that it would fit perfectly in the size. And I'm going to glue it down. Yeah, it has a really nice foil on it, so it's already kind of like glittery and shimmery, so it's going to go really nice with the embossing. I'm going to press that down really well to make sure it sticks. I'm going to be using my Ranger brush pen. I talked about it in my embossing video and where you can get them, so you might want to check out there. So I'm just going to do some brush lettering. I am in the future going to be putting out a video on how to brush letter because I know that this isn't the best because it's clear ink, meaning that you can't really see it that well, but this clear ink is what allows it to be embossed. And yeah, trying to make it so you can see a little better, but it's kind of hard with the invisible ink. But I'm just making thick downstrokes and thin upstrokes. So then I'm going to take my embossing powder and I'm going to pour it all over where I want it. So again, it would be really helpful to watch my last video because I talk about what types of embossing powder, and I show different styles and different ones and where to get them. So I would definitely say you should refer back to that. And so now that we have it covered, so after you shake off all of the extra embossing powder, you can just pour it back into the tube that it came out of. And now I'm going to be taking my heat gun. So you can get this again at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever. Yeah, they're not too bad. I mean, they're about 40 bucks, but if you use a coupon, you can get half off, so that's really not too bad. So I'm just going to be taking the heat, and I'm going to be melting that embossing powder. So that's what makes it really shimmery, and it's also going to make it a little bit raised and embossed. Yeah, so it's pretty quick, and all that powder is going to melt. And yeah, look how perfectly shimmery it looks now. So that's really all there is to it. That's all you need to make this really pretty card. And it's so shimmery and shiny. Perfect. So I also want to show you how I did the envelope. So here's our pretty envelope. And I'll just show you a little bit more about brush lettering. So this one I actually used an opaque marker with a bullet pen. So this is kind of what we call cheat calligraphy. So instead of going up and down with my thin and thick strokes, I'm going to be putting it in afterwards. But it's still kind of as important to see how you do your calligraphy in the beginning. I know it doesn't look like the pretty thick and thin, but it's already starting to be there. So I'm just going to be doing some, it looks kind of crazy going up and down kind of wildly, but it looks so much prettier in the end if you do that. So now I'm going to go back, and every time there's a down stroke, you're just going to add to it and make it thicker. Yeah, and that's really all there is to it. So when you're really starting with brush lettering, this is a great way to start. This is how I started before I really got the hang of doing the up and the down really thick and thin later on. But when you start, that's all you have to do is just kind of put out the letters the way you want them and then go back and fill in all the down strokes. And you'll get a really pretty envelope. Who wouldn't want to say yes to that? Alright, perfect. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed your tutorial and you can give it to someone and hopefully that they'll say yes. So I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day filled with a lot of love. I'm sending all of my love to you. Much love, Beck.